Alright, welcome back. So this is going to be a very interesting video because now we are going to be working with images. So now we have our articles, we have our paragraphs, we have our headings, lists. We know how to emphasize things, we know how to make things bold, we know how we can navigate to other websites and a lot more stuff. Now we are going to look into how to add images to our website. Alright, let's get started. Having a fresh canvas once again, and this is the exact same drill that we have been doing for every single video. It's just good practice, and inside the body now we want to add an image, right? So before I add an image, I'm going to show you two different ways of adding an image. So before I do that, what I want to do is I want to copy an image into our website folder. Alright, so I'm going to go inside my folder and I'm going to drag and drop an image. The name of the image is claim.png, alright, or we're just going to rename it to cool.png, something, anything of your choice. You can have it any image whichever you want. And once again, I'm going to just say this is my image, or maybe you can even have your own profile picture. And to add an image, we're going to use something called as an image tag. And once again, image tag is only one single tag, which means it doesn't have an ending tag. All right, it's going to look something like this. All right, so we can just remove these two complicated things, but it's going to look something like this. Okay, so image doesn't have an ending tag. Okay, so now that we have an image tag, we need to provide what image that should load, right? So for that information, we are going to use something called as an attribute once again. All right, so the attribute here is src, which means the source of which the image tag should load, or which image should the image tag load. Now inside the source, we are going to write the name of the image file that we have in our folder. Now I have the cool.png file inside my folder, so I'm just going to write cool.png, and if I save, go back and refresh, I have this huge image, right? It's huge. I'll also show you how to reduce the size of it, but for now, that is how you load an image. All right, so let's quickly see how to reduce the size as well. So in order to reduce the size, basically what you're doing is you're giving the image tag more instructions on what to do, right? Which means you're providing it with more information, which means once again, we have to use another attribute called as height. Just say 100, refresh. It's going to look like this. 100 basically means, you're giving it 100 pixels of height. You can say 1000 and the size is going to be 10 times bigger. You can say 50 and the size is going to be a lot more smaller. All right, so depending upon what type of image you load or what resolution of an image you load, you can play around with the height to kind of like change the image size of it. All right, we also have another attribute, which is the width attribute. So once again, you can provide a height and a width options to the image tag, which could be anything. Let's just say 70. If I reload it, see, it's 70 pixels is a lot shorter, right? So now I'm going to just make it 700. It's going to be way too wide, just like that. So you can keep experimenting with this stuff. We have a lot more other attributes in terms of an image we're going to talk about. Also, now we're going to look at another way to load an image. Now the way we are loading an image is by using an internal file, right? We have the file inside the folder and we're just loading it. Instead, what we can also do is we can also add a URL. To load an image from an external URL, we need to have a URL which loads an image, right? In our case, I have a URL which loads an image every single time I refresh it. I'm going to reload it. I'm going to get this. I'm going to reload it. I'm going to get this. All right. So this URL is nothing but pixum.photos. It's basically like lorem ipsum for images. It also generates random images as we go through it. So I have this link, https :/pixum.photos/200. 200 basically means the height and width of the image. We can just say even 700, and it's going to give us an image of the height 700 and the width of 700. All right, save, go back and refresh, and our image should load up, right? So that's how you load an image from an external URL as well. All right, just remember this link if you need it, pixum.photos/the link, right? And also there is also one more very cool API or a service that you might want to check out. It's called as the robohash.org. Right? So it's a very cool website. What you can do with robohash.org is, depending upon the name or depending upon the parameters inside the URL, it generates random images. Okay, I'm sorry, I think I confused you. All right, so just leave a link like this, robohash.org / you can just save your name, which is my name, Vamshi Krishna, save, go back, and if you refresh, it's going to generate an image based on your name. It's very cool. I use it for a couple of my projects as well. So for Vamshi, it is this image, and for Vamshi Krishna, it was that image. All right. So you can use this amazing, incredible tool as well. You can use RoboHash, you can use pixum.photos, or if you have your photos already hosted somewhere, you can even leave those links here. All right. So that was a very quick tutorial on how to use images in terms of HTML and CSS. All right. I'll see you in the next one.